Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning in to this edition of Newsline. I'm John Fenton.
And I'm Amanda York. Let's get started.
Between sports, homework, family life, work, and other activities, it can be hard for students to maintain a balance in their lives and manage their time properly. Here's Grant Wells and Kevin Allen with the story.
It's a common complaint. Students have too much homework. They don't get enough sleep. It's too hard managing everything all at once, especially with the weight of school. They wish for change. They dream of a better school life. They don't see the point in school assignments anymore.
Personally, I think homework is just busy work. It helps you some, but I think it's more for the teachers to make sure that you're doing your stuff and that you know what you're doing.
Most students agree.
I wish I had less homework because, frankly enough, it's a waste of my time and I would rather be doing something productive. Like, I don't know, I'd have time to work or time for rehearsal or time to film whatever I need to film.
There is a purpose behind homework. Teachers have reasons why doing homework is something vital for the learning process. Not only that, there's research proving the same.
According to some research, Marzano specifically, a recommended amount of time of homework is approximately 10 minutes per grade. So if you're a 12th grader, you should be looking at about 120 minutes of homework per night. So you're talking about, a couple hours of homework a night.
Research doesn't sway the opinion of students, especially those involved in sports or other activities. The ideal school life would be something different from today, yet not too distant from what schools have now.
The ideal school life is the one where the student looks forward to coming to school every day and that teachers are motivated to teach something exciting and that the student's willing to learn about.
Teachers tend not to agree with the students. Managing time is, to them, just a matter of organizing things in one's life.
I don't think that students have a hard time managing school with activities. I think when you throw in the other piece of the social life that everybody wants to have, I think that ends up being too much of a focus. If they would prioritize these two things over the social aspect, I think they'd be in better shape. I always, myself, I have to have a calendar doing as many different things as I do. So I have a calendar, I have a planner, I'm writing all appointments in. If you write it down, that means you don't have to remember it. You can just look at the calendar and it tells you where to go. So I would absolutely use a planner, I would absolutely use a day timer, absolutely use a calendar of some sort. You have to do it. If you don't do that, you're going to be totally lost.
Despite the tension between school life and extracurricular activities, teachers fully support participating in activities.
I think the only thing, again, I want kids should participate in something, whether it's a sport, whether it's a band, whether it's like you guys do in DCTV, do something. Always do something. And then just figure out how to manage your time after that. School manages itself. It's pretty easy. But if you start to really work hard at organizing your time, then when you get into the real world and real life, then you're going to get a chance to organize your life as well, and you're going to have that skill in your back pocket, and you're going to know what to do with it.
The war of time management rages on. Students still say they have too much of a homework load, and maybe some do. But one thing's for sure. There's no discouragement, but rather encouragement, for all students to do what they want. Just be smart and manage your time wisely. This has been Grant Wells and Kevin Allen for Newsline.
For submission of questions about time management or homework, go to dcsdk12.org.
Douglas County is happy to welcome a brand new high school to the district. Here's Brad Stutzman and John with the story.
Last year, several excellent high schools called Douglas County home. This year, one more has joined that list. Castleview High School, home of the SaberCats, is in its first year in the school district, but this isn't your traditional high school.
Based on a lot of research that we did in high school reform, we made the decision that we would create 4 smaller schools within a school. So we have Castleview High School, but under that umbrella of Castleview High School, we have a School of Math, Science, Engineering, a School of Humanities, World Languages, and Social Sciences, a School of Visual and Performing Arts, and a School of E-Media, Business, Marketing, and Entrepreneurship.
With an experienced staff, an innovative system, and a brand new building, Castleview is ready to establish its identity as a school. Castleview has jumped with full force into almost all aspects of high school life. Most of the teams have a varsity schedule, and the school also offers all the clubs and activities that are offered in neighboring high schools.
I go to advisement in the Commons. If you have a 3.3 or higher GPA, you can go to the Commons and just hang out and talk on your cell phone or listen to your iPod or whatever. You also have the choice of doing homework if you have it.
Students and staff are excited about Castleview and are eager to see what the school year has in store.
Douglas County School District is a great place to be. It's a great place for students to get a great education. All schools have got great programs and offer different things. We're excited at Castleview because we are using a little bit different model. It's not that traditional model. Not that we're necessarily better than anybody else, we're just different. And we think that being different can offer students some things that maybe some other more traditional schools are unable to offer.
And though Castleview may still be in its early days here in Douglas County, we can expect to see big things from the excellent students and staff in the years to come. This has been John Fenton and Brad Stutzman for Newsline.
Thank you, John and Brad. Though Castleview may still be in its early days, we can expect to see great things from the students and faculty in the future.
We look forward to seeing Castleview grow with the rest of the high schools in Douglas County. When was the last time you saw a local high school sports team in nationwide magazines such as Sports Illustrated? Douglas County High School's varsity football team is quickly becoming the #1 football team in the state of Colorado. Here's Colin Prusi and Amanda with the story.
The Douglas County Huskies' success in last year's state championship didn't appear overnight. It took long days of practice and teamwork for the Huskies to become as successful as they are now.
We start lifting in January as a team every other day after school, and then over the summer we do speed camp and other lifting and running and whatnot.
Work harder than everybody else. I think that's the greatest, the most important thing that you can do to train to get ready for a championship is what you do really between January and August.
The Douglas County football program isn't only constructing strong football players, but they are also giving the players valuable life lessons that will take them far beyond high school.
And it's not so much the weightlifting and the running as it is, talking about leadership and building character and trust within the team.
Coach Ketron's desire of creating strong individuals is a philosophy that he has driven throughout the coaching staff and administration.
One thing that I try to do as an athletic director, I want to make sure that athletics are a good experience for our kids. One thing I do is I talk to the kids a lot, and I want to make sure all of our kids, if they had the opportunity to do this again, would they do it, which I'm sure all of them would. I think it's a good learning experience for our student body. We want to make sure that we display good sportsmanship at contests. We want to make sure we have good attendance. We got 22 sports in this school, and football has been a shot in the arm for all of them by winning last year.
The Douglas County football team has certainly made a name for themselves locally and nationally. The team has been mentioned in several well-known magazines such as Sports Illustrated.
Mom cut it out and put it in the scrapbook.
The Huskies' success isn't overlooked by the town of Castle Rock.
Most important, I want the people of Castle Rock to be proud of their football program, and when they open up these magazines, they see Douglas County High School. I know that it brings a smile to the face, and that's important. That's the great thing about high school sports.
There are many things that have contributed to the triumph of the football program at Douglas County.
We've got a lot of things that have led to our success. Coach Ketron, we're building a lot of character here. We talk a lot about attitude. We don't talk a lot about X's and O's, our wins and losses. It's becoming a better person. And as long as our kids buy into that, which they have, they continue to get bigger and stronger in speed camp, I think we will be able to compete year in and year out.
This has been Colin Prusi and Amanda York for Newsline.
Make sure you support the Huskies football team and cheer them on to another state championship this season. That's all the time we have for you today. I'm John Fenton.
And I'm Amanda York. We'll see you next time here on Newsline.